Modern stress is different from anything humanity has faced before. You're not fighting lions, storms, starvation, or physical threats. You're fighting something much more subtle. And far more dangerous. You're fighting distraction. You're fighting overload. You're fighting pressure. You're fighting noise. You're fighting yourself. The world today is louder, faster, more demanding and more overwhelming than at any point in human history. Most people live in a constant state of alert, not because they're in danger, but because their nervous system thinks they are. Every notification. Every email. Every message. Every comparison. Every dopamine hit. Every expectation. Every demand. Your mind never rests. Your attention never resets. Your emotions never regulate. Your brain never stops scanning for something new, something threatening, something urgent. And the result? Burnout. Mental exhaustion. Stress with no source. Anxiety with no name. Pressure with no direction. A constant feeling of being behind. A modern sickness that didn't exist 2,000 years ago. But the cure did. Because the Stoics, men who lived without noise, without chaos, without digital overload, understood something essential: the world changes. Human nature doesn't. The problems are new. But the mind facing them is the same. And so the solutions are also the same. This is the ancient Stoic guide to surviving the modern world, and mastering yourself in an age designed to overwhelm you. You wake up, and the first thing your mind receives is chaos. A glowing screen full of demands, opinions, arguments, tragedies, distractions, noise. You haven't even taken your first breath of the day, and already the world has access to you. No wonder anxiety is the natural state of modern life. Your brain wasn't built for endless input. It was built for presence. For slowness. For awareness. For stillness. The modern world hijacks your attention before you even have a chance to claim it. And the Stoics would tell you, the first battle of the day is the battle for your mind. And most people lose it within seconds of waking up. So, what would a Stoic do today, in a world of smartphones, social media, constant communication and digital overload? He would begin with separation. He would create a moment, early, small, quiet, where he steps outside the current, outside the noise, outside the demands, and belongs only to himself. No phone. No messages. No world. Just a conscious moment of reclaiming his mind before the world attempts to take it. Because attention is the modern currency of power. And if you cannot control where your attention goes, someone else will control it for you. The Stoics understood that the mind, untouched by external chaos, becomes sharp, calm and powerful. But the mind constantly bombarded becomes confused, reactive and weak. Think about your daily life. How often are you actually thinking? And how often are you merely reacting? Reacting to messages. Reacting to noise. Reacting to expectations. Reacting to comparisons. Reacting to the endless stimulation of a world designed to keep you distracted. A reactive man is not in control. He is controlled. And controlled men burn out. A Stoic learns to break the cycle by doing what the modern world hates most: he pauses. He observes. He reflects. He chooses. He creates space between the world's demands and his own decisions. Space between stimulus and response. Space between chaos and clarity. That space is where your life changes. Because stress is not created by events, it is created by your interpretation of them. Burnout is not created by effort, it is created by lack of alignment. Overwhelm is not created by the world, it is created by losing sight of what is essential. The Stoics would remind you, you suffer more in imagination than in reality. Meaning, most of your stress comes from thoughts, not events. From fear, not facts. From pressure you create, not pressure that exists. So what is the Stoic antidote to modern overload? Simplicity. Presence. Awareness. Boundaries. Self-command. Not withdrawing from the world, but handling it with intention. A Stoic doesn't run from responsibility. He runs from chaos. He avoids unnecessary battles. He refuses to drown in noise. He rejects what weakens his mind. He protects what strengthens it. He doesn't let everything in. He filters. He chooses. He decides what deserves his attention, and what does not. This is how you survive the modern world without losing yourself inside it. Let's begin with the first principle. If you don't control what enters your mind will be shaped by whatever enters. Your focus becomes fragmented. Your attention becomes scattered. Your purpose becomes diluted. Your days feel heavy because your thoughts feel heavy. And you wonder why you feel exhausted even when you haven't done anything truly difficult. Your mind is overloaded because your boundaries are non-existent. The ancient Stoics practiced something you desperately need today: intentional restraint. Not everything gets access. Not everything gets attention. Not everything gets a reaction. Not everything gets importance. This is the cure for modern overwhelm, not doing more, but allowing less. You limit what drains your mind. You reduce what scatters your attention. You cut what fragments your clarity. You choose your inputs the way a warrior chooses his weapons, intentionally, selectively, carefully. The second principle is this: stress comes from resisting what already is. You create pain by fighting reality. You create burnout by fighting limits. You create anxiety by demanding that life be something it's not. A Stoic accepts the world first. Not passively, but intelligently. Okay, this is what I am facing. Okay, this is what I can't control. Okay, this is the challenge of today. Okay, this is reality. Then he asks, what is within my control? And almost always, the answer is simple: your actions. Your interpretation. Your focus. Your next step. This is how you dissolve stress. Not by changing life, but by changing the way you meet it. Then comes the third principle: silence is medicine. The modern world treats silence like an inconvenience, a moment that needs to be filled. But the Stoics treated silence like a necessity, a moment that restores power. Silence resets your nervous system. Silence clears your thinking. Silence reconnects you with yourself. Silence reveals what you've been avoiding. Silence strengthens your presence. Silence brings back your attention. Without silence, the mind collapses under the weight of constant stimulation. You need silence the same way you need sleep. Which leads to the fourth principle: you cannot live wisely if you live too fast. Speed kills awareness. Speed kills intention. Speed kills presence. Speed kills clarity. Slow is not weak. Slow is controlled. Slow is deliberate. Slow is powerful. A Stoic moves with pace, not haste. A Stoic responds with thought, not impulse. A Stoic chooses with clarity, not confusion. Modern burnout exists because modern life is built on speed, not depth. And finally, the fifth principle: a man becomes unshakable when he chooses what he carries. The modern world tries to make you carry everything at once: everyone's opinions, everyone's expectations, everyone's problems, the weight of comparison, the noise of digital overload. A Stoic does the opposite. He carries only what is essential. He lets everything else fall away. You are not meant to hold the world. You are meant to hold yourself. Stress becomes manageable when you stop holding what isn't yours. Burnout disappears when you stop carrying what isn't essential. Overwhelm dissolves when you stop giving your energy to what doesn't matter. The world will never get quieter on its own. But you can get stronger in the noise. You can build boundaries. You can simplify your life. You can reclaim your attention. You can protect your peace. You can create silence. You can make space for your mind to breathe. This is the ancient Stoic guide to the modern world. Control what you can. Accept what you must. Release what is unnecessary. Strengthen your mind. Slow down. Choose your inputs. Choose your battles. Choose yourself. Do this consistently, and you will not only survive modern stress, you will rise above it. Clear, focused, grounded, unshakable. The world may be more chaotic than ever, but your mind doesn't have to be.